Not me in my last vlog talking about how I needed to stop buying books, but then me starting this vlog with books that I bought. Oops. Hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Casey and this is just a channel where we talk about books. So yes, I am starting this vlog off with a small book haul. I finally went to my local library to get a library card. We just moved to this house back in January, and obviously with COVID and everything, I just haven't had time to make my way over there. One of the first things I saw is they have 3 or 4 carts full of books that they are selling, and I have no self-control. So here we are. Real quick, I'll just show you the books I got. I won't give any synopses or anything, and that way we can just get right into the vlog without me chit-chatting for 10 minutes about it. First book I got is Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kepnes, I believe is how you say her name. This is the second book in the You series. I think there's 3 now. I don't even own the first one, but I know it's a series I want to read. And this was $1, so.
$1 clearly makes me holla.
I'm in such a weird, annoying mood today, so I apologize. The next book I bought is actually one I was looking at when I went to Barnes & Noble a week or so ago, and they had it there for, once again, $1. And that is Monsters, Morality, and Murder, The Manson Women and Me. I'm sure you can guess what this is about, so. The next 2 books I got are hardcover, and these were $2 each, and they're in that library binding. So the first one is Educated by Tara Westover. I actually did own a copy of this, but it didn't have the dust jacket, so I figured I would pick this one up and donate the one that I currently have. And then lastly is a book that I've been seeing for years, and since it was $2, I figured I would pick it up, and that is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. Now that we're done talking about my lack of self-control, let me go ahead and update you on what I've been reading. So the first book I have an update on is Never Have I Ever by Jocelyn Jackson. I listened to the audiobook for it while I was cleaning my house, and I got up to page 203, so I'm over halfway through. I explained what this was about in my last vlog. I'm enjoying it. Right now it's on track to be at least a 4-star read. And of course, I cannot have a reading vlog without mentioning the book that's going to take me 5 years to finish, and that is Dune by Frank Herbert. If you're new here, I've been reading this book for, I think it's been over a week now. It takes a lot of brain cells to read this book, so I know I'll be working on it for a while, but I did finish the first book within this book, so I've gotten to page 257. However, I'll keep it transparent with you guys. I picked up the graphic novel while I was at the library this morning. This one only covers book 1 of, I just hit myself in the face. This is only book 1 out of 3 within that book, but at least helped. I think it gave me the push I needed to make a big enough dent in that where I'm less overwhelmed going into it. No feelings. I still am enjoying the story. It's still fascinating, but as I said, takes a lot of brain cells. All right, so I have a couple hours before I have to go pick up Aria from daycare. So I think I'm gonna sit down with these 2 graphic novels and maybe I can read both of them. And then if I end up finishing with these, I will probably pick up Dune again. Shirt is just a magnet for fuzzies and hairs, so ignore those. Hey everyone, so I just wanted to jump in here, give an exciting reading update, and just talk to you for a couple minutes. So first, let me talk about 2 books that I've finished. The first book I finished is my audiobook, and that is Never Have I Ever by Jocelyn Jackson. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I did talk, I think 2 vlogs ago, or maybe it was the last vlog, whichever one it is, I'll link it up above, about what this is about, so you can check that out if you need a synopsis. I thought both of our female characters were really fleshed out, and there definitely were some turns that I did not see coming, which I think lately is really hard for me with thrillers, is I feel like I've been predicting a lot of them. And that doesn't necessarily take away the enjoyment, because part of reading a book, even if I know the ending, is the journey it takes us to get to that point. And sometimes if I find myself guessing what's going to happen so often, it can kind of take away from the story, but that was not the case. There were definitely 3 or 4 moments that my jaw dropped literally while reading this. So if you're looking for a new thriller, the audiobook of this was fantastic, and I do recommend it. So the next book I finished, I'm gonna need a round of applause. Who is she? I literally just said that this was gonna take me forever to read, but I'm telling you, when I read that graphic novel, it gave me that push I needed to read the last 2 books. And you girl did it. I did it. I finished the book. I got through it. There were definitely times there where I did not think I would be able to keep going and finish this story, and I am so glad I did. As I said before, and I won't talk about it a lot because I feel like I've talked about this book too much in the last couple of vlogs, but this book, not for everyone. Use your brain. But if you're into stories that really delve you into a different world and you're learning all about the way, you know, the ecology and the politics and all of those elements, I recommend it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I did knock a star down just because, and this isn't the book's fault, but this is not a genre I typically read. So it was hard for me to get into the story and understand it and enjoy it. But I was so grateful I had my brother and Aaron, because I would not have gotten through this book without them. So thank you guys. That's all I'll say about it. Real quick, let me just tell you what I'm currently reading. So I have picked up On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I only read a little bit last night, so I got to page 24, No New Thoughts. I love Angie Thomas. I love the realness of her writing. You know, there's profanity, there's sass, so I'm enjoying this. And now that I've finished my audiobook, I did pick up another one. Libby had like none of the books on my TBR cart. The only one I could find was A Man Called Uwe, I believe is how you say it. And all I know, this is about a grumpy old man, and his neighbors just kind of classify him as just a grumpy old man. And this is kind of the story of learning why he is the way he is, and essentially not to judge a book by its cover and all that really heartwarming, heartfelt stuff. So I have a feeling this book's gonna definitely bring out the tears, but I will let you know once I even start it. A lot of people have requested to see my reading journal and for me to continue including clips of it, so I will do so right now. So I did do my May spreads ahead of time because I am going back to work next week, and I didn't wanna overwhelm myself by trying to set up these spreads while also acclimating to my job. I will insert clips here as I'm talking. It was a very sticker heavy month. If you've seen any of my previous spreads, you know I love using stickers. I have so many of them. I think they're a great way to fill up the space, but they're not super time consuming. The title page, super simple, all the stickers in the world. And then my calendar, once again, this is the Archer and Olive journal. I believe it's the A6. So these boxes for the calendar are 5x5 dot grids. I do once again have sticky notes, those pink ones, just covering up some personal stuff that I didn't want to broadcast to the world. But once again, super sticker heavy. Moving on to the bookish spreads, I really loved the way April looked with these pastels. So I just decided to do them again in just a different order. So I have my to be read, and because I made this ahead of time, I actually finished Dune the day I wrote it on the TBR. So I might go over it and put another book in its place, or I just might keep it so it's just an easy tick off for me as far as the TBR. I have the hauled, books read, and favorite book of the month. Nothing new here in the spread. It's one I've been doing for months, and it's just one I find really works for me. And then 2 new spreads that I included in this month that I've never included before. I wasn't on social media for several months, so I've never needed to include these. So I included one page that just says socials, and so for each week of the month, for Bookstagram and BookTube. I can write the number of followers and subscribers I have at the end of the week. I just thought it would be interesting to look back and see where I was. And then I also added a brain dump page. This, if you know anything about bullet journaling, AmandaRachLee has included a brain dump page in several of her spreads. I just thought it would be nice if I have an idea for maybe an Instagram post or a YouTube video to just have a dedicated space to write those thoughts out. And then jumping back to April, you can kind of see my mostly done bookish read spread. Since we're already about to finish April, I don't know what books, if any, I'll be able to finish before the end of the month, but I did add a little flap here to my books read because I ran out of room beneath it. So this is an idea. If you find you run out of space, you can always kind of stick in these little doors to create more space. Shocking, I know. And obviously it isn't the end of the month yet, so I haven't printed the favorite book of the month, but if, we're friends here, so I can tell you, as of right now, The Song of Achilles is my choice for book of the month. All right, that's enough of me yammering. I have a few Instagram posts I want to work on, and I want to try to get some reading done before I leave. I'm going to go get some things done, and I'll check in with you later. Casey here. I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here so that way I can go ahead and start a weekend reading vlog, which should be up by Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next reading vlog.